Greetings, automotive enthusiasts. Today we have for you a really special little Japanese blast from the past. Check out this 1984 Toyota Cressida sedan. This car is a real time capsule. It's only got 60,000 miles on it. It spent it's most of its entire life with its first owner. I bought it from a gentleman in Colorado, and he bought it from the original lady who bought it brand new, and he had it for about a couple of years, and he just pampered it and took care of it. And but she bought it brand new, and this car, when we get into the detail of this car, it's gonna blow your mind. It's really an amazing car, but you just don't ever see these cars on the road anymore. It's kind of cool because it's kind of like a four-door Supra, really. It's got the 5 MGE twin cam super motor in it, automatic transmission. Back in the day, you know, these were, I mean, this is basically pre-Lexus, you know, so this is, you know, essentially what an LS 400 evolved into or whatever from this car. But this little car is as nice of an 84 Cressida with 60,000 miles on it that you're ever gonna find. It's just such a fun car. Wait till we get in. We're going to go ahead and zoom in right now and kind of show you some of the details. Believe it or not, I mean, for an old car, there's a few little things, but there is not much to show. So we can see on the little chrome strip there, these are like a plastic layered chrome, and they peel a little bit. But the bumpers, look, that bumper, usually those things are wavy and everything. This thing is totally straight and smooth. Super nice. The lenses, really nice. Looks like there might be a hairline crack there on that right front lens, but headlights, all the chrome. I'll go ahead and go across the grill here. Even on the hood there, you know, these are usually all pitted up or starting to peel or bubble. You know, there's a little bit of pitting in it, but it is in excellent condition. The grill itself is very, very nice. Go across the right headlight here. And I kind of like the old 4 square lights. You know, in 85, I believe, they got composite headlights, but back in this day, it's just really nice with the 4 square headlights. Kind of has a real classic look to it. Bumpers, really little. Actually, I think that probably come off there. I don't know if that's some tape or what, but that is really nice. Kind of go over to the lower valance here. Little small ding there where somebody at some point in time had a tow truck. But all right, we'll go ahead and go across the hood here and let you see the hood. What's really amazing about this is the lack of pitting. This is an all original paint car. Got a little bit of flaws on the Cressida emblem, but just look at that hood and look at the paint on this car. The pictures on the website actually are literally just from washing and vacuuming the car. No detail at all. After that, I had Van Gogh do a light polish on it, and that's pretty much all we've had to do to this car. This thing was in really, really incredible condition. Go ahead and show you down the fender here. The pinstriping is still nice. Just really an exceptional car. The rubber on this car is like brand new. General tires, it's a good tire for this car. Tires get pretty limited on that. So there's our, 21, so these tires are like new. Look at even the wheels. I'll go ahead and kind of pan back here and show you the wheels. The wheels are in incredible condition. A little bit of damage here, probably from a wheel weight in the past, but even that's just really amazing condition. Looking down the side of the car, just kind of giving you a long shot, showing you with the camera, but looking with my naked eye, I see pretty much no imperfections down the side of the car, which is just truly remarkable. Looking at the mirror here, mirror's in nice condition. You know, it does show a little bit of age on it, but it's to be expected. The windshield is nice. It has light scratches in it. You can kind of see from the reflection of the light there. You know, some very light hazing, light pitting, but no major chips or no cracks or anything like that. And that's pretty much the original windshield, as I'm gonna call it out that. Looking down the side here, here is our door. Again, I mean, look, we don't even have any key scratches around the lock, fingernail ring scratches around the handle. The person who owned this car took exceptional care of this car. I wish I was capable of taking care of my car as well as this. And I mean, I really try, and I just don't know how. I really don't know how some people get through all the years without issues. I mean, sometimes I get these cars and then some little thing happens and it just, stuff happens and you're like, man, how did incidents not happen? So they got a nice chrome molding down the bottom, very nice shape. Could use a little, polishing or something. Need to get the never dull out on it. We haven't gone real crazy on this car. Looking around the glass, it actually has kind of like a factory kind of bronze tint to the glass. Looking across the roof, there's no hail dents, no damage, nothing on the roof. Like I said, this is truly an exceptional car. Looking down the rear window panel here, you'll see where some of the black has faded a little bit. What would be really cool is just to come in here and tape this off and have somebody airbrush this back in. It'd be really easy to do. Yeah, you'll see how the black has just faded off there. So you see how it's kind of black there. So that'd be something kind of cool to do just for, you could either polish it all off and just make it all chrome, or like I say, if you wanted to make it original, just have somebody tape it off and airbrush it. It'd be a pretty simple thing to do. Okay, looking at the rear wheel, good shape. Like I said, there's few flaws. There's some, this is a rear wheel, so it catches more road grime, so you'll see some pitting on the rear wheels a little bit. And again, brand new tires. Oh, there's a little bitty ding right there on that chrome molding. That could be easily straightened out. I mean, look inside here. There's zero rust on this car. This car is phenomenal. Looking down the quarter panel, no issues on the quarter panel. Power antenna works, heated back window. I like that bronze colored tint, this car, and it's factory, there's no added tint onto it. So we'll go ahead and go across the top of the deck lid first, and then we'll get down low. But looking across the deck lid, I just don't see anything. I mean, there's a few little light scratches in there that, you can't even see on the camera. But I mean, that's just being ultra picky. I mean, you'd expect that, honestly. Badges are really nice, even the black backing in them. Super nice. Again, no key damage. Look at our taillights here. Super nice on the taillights, pretty much mint condition. Tag lights look good. Right tail light looks nice. And then let's kind of give you a shot of the bumper. And golly, unbelievable. Really, truly remarkable car. Look at that. Wow. And look, I want to show you this here from outside. So this car, I'm going to show you, but this car had dash cover, had rear deck cover, had seat covers, had floor mats on top of floor mats. Everything's over there. I'll show it to you here in a second. But they literally just put this car in the wrapper. But let's see if I can get through. There we go. Got through the window. But look at this back deck. There's no sun fading. There's nothing on that back deck. It's hard to do. I got to put my phone straight up against the back window to get it to focus through it. But as you can see, and if you look from back here, actually you can kind of see good from back here. That back deck is perfect. There's not even any sun fading on the back seats. Unbelievable. Got our locking gas cap. Looking down the long shot of the right side. Let me get down here low, and I see nothing. I don't see a single door ding. No chips. We'll get closer to find any chips, but I don't see anything from here. Moldings are good. This one better. Need to put a little glue on behind that one to tack it down so it don't get caught in the wind and get ripped off. Here is the rear wheel. Again, wheel weight damage, a little bit of road rash on it, but incredible condition. Looking down the right door, right rear, no problems. Rocker looks nice. The same black fading on the rear molding on their quarter rear window. Come up here. Oh, one thing before I forget, this right side mirror glass is cracked. So the mirror's good, but you might want to try to see if you can source a new OEM glass or just get a used one and replace the glass itself. Leave the housing. So here is the right front door. I see nothing wrong. And I see on the rocker here, one small little indentation, really light. I mean, I wouldn't really worry about it, but if you're trying to make the car perfect, you could, you know, massage, have a PDR guy push that out. And there is the right fender. And here's our right front wheel. Wow, I mean, how many flaws did I call out? Not much. And underneath, it's absolutely mint. Man, I don't even need to do it all the way around. You can just see from one spot. It's incredible. Unbelievable. This car is a time capsule. Well, let's go ahead and pop the hood and I'll show you underneath the hood. All right, we got the hood popped. And a lot of times I'll just do a gentle cleaning underneath the hood. I didn't get a chance to, and I got the outside done, so obviously I don't want to trash the outside. But honestly, it's kind of cool to see under the engine bay of how I got the car, which is really, because, you know, cars can come in and, you know, be a complete mess under the hood, and somebody can, you know, do a ton of detail and make it look really nice, but really it was kind of crappy. Well, you're seeing this car how we got it. I'll go ahead and show you. Now you can see the factory stickers here, factory vacuum routing. Look at even the under hood pad. It's got, you know, all you really need to do is just got some dust. You just need to get a light brush and some soap and water and just do a little brushing under the hood and to clean it up. You know, I would do it. I would have done it if I'd had, I kind of forgot about it, honestly. I didn't realize that I hadn't cleaned under the hood. We usually try to do that if we're gonna do it before we send it to detail, so we don't have to re-detail the car. But anyway, in this case, I think it's kind of cool to see how we got the car. So you look in here, look at that double overhead cam Toyota. That is so cool. And this thing just runs absolutely perfect. AC is ice cold. We put a new interstate battery in it. Cruise control works, everything works on this car. So there's our little shot under the hood. Let's take a look at the trunk. And then I'll show you this incredible interior. It just keeps getting better, you guys. Okay, so here is underneath the deck lid, and that thing is just spotless. Looking in the trunk, and if you look in here, and even in the trunk smells new. I mean, like, this car it just has that old Toyota smell. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. If you've ever owned an old Toyota or been in one, every car has its own smell, and this one has that factory fresh, original, old Toyota smell. I wish you could bottle these. You should have car labels of perfumes and then sell it. Look, there's a spare oil filter in here that the previous owner had. Oh my gosh. I haven't even looked in here, you guys. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Actually, I'm gonna put the filter down in here so it doesn't go clunking around. And then here's something else. Not sure what, wheel chalk or something. So something that they had here. Here's the spare tire. Looks like it might have been used at some point in time, but it is all here and intact. The carpet is perfect. Let's peek underneath this right here. There's all of our tools. Oh, look at that. This car is a show car. There's the jack handle. This car, golly. We actually took this to the all Asian car show here in Wichita a couple weeks ago, and it gathered a lot of attention. It was, you know, mostly Hondas and stuff, but it really, people saw this and really, really appreciated it. So let me go ahead and give you a tour of the interior. And here we go. So it's kind of a, I don't even know, it's almost like a wine color. You know, it's a little brownish, a little reddish, and it's two-tone. This is kind of a cocoa, and I call this mouse fur. I don't know, there's different names for that, but look at this interior. All the windows, mirrors, everything works. Literally, this door panel is perfect. And I hate to use that word, but man, there's the data tag. I'll go ahead and this is kind of the bird's eye view into the interior. Let me show you the seat here, and these seats are super comfortable. They've been covered their entire life, so they're basically like brand new. I mean, literally, they've been sat in, but they're brand new. They've never been exposed to abrasion. Here's the threshold molding there, a little bit of dust on it. So check out the heel pad, perfect. Pedals got a little dust in them. Like I said, we didn't go to town on detail in this car. It didn't hardly need anything. So here's our electronic transmission controls. Steering wheel is zero wear, perfect. All your control touches. Check out the headliner. The headliner is perfect. No sagging, no issues. Sunroof works. Visors are nice. It's just a phenomenal car. Grab the key and jump in here. Digital dash. I'm gonna close the door here. And it's got the automatic seat belts, and they perform exactly like they're supposed to. I'll go ahead and put the key in and fire it up here. Okay. Yeah, there's the automatic belts. And check out your 68,457. There's everything there. We got temp gauge, fuel gauge, RPM, speedometer. There's our overdrive button. And this has the optional trip computer, which is really cool. Check this out. Here is the control panel for it right down here. Isn't that cool? There's our equalizer. So some of the speakers are buzzing a little bit, so I got the bass turned down. The foam on the cones deteriorates, and so there's a little bit of buzzing on the speakers. They all work, but you can actually have those foamed. There's our dimmer. Like I said, automatic climate control, which is amazing for this year. And we do have a tilt wheel also. You can kind of see that. Yeah, kind of hard to do with one hand. So, and then across the dash is absolutely perfect. Got our little overhead switch panel. Turn the radio here.
Please stick around for KQ's at 10.
Got the graphic equalizer. And here I want to show you some of this stuff here. Oh, we got some Halloween candy left over. That was from us. I think we bet my wife's been driving this car around, so I think she was delivering Halloween candy. But love it. Here's all of the factory books, all of their little personal effects. Here's a little cross, which is nice. There's a little plastic piece I think that might be missing off of the seat, but everything there in the glove box. And then I'll show you here. Look here. This is the music. I talk a lot about, I really love to see what music people listen to in their cars. It kind of tells you a little bit about who the previous owner of the car was. But here is some little stuff here. And I'm going to go ahead and leave these, this is just kind of like personal history of the car. So I'm leaving all that stuff in the car. I just think it's really cool. It just tells you a lot about the previous owner of the car. Ashtray is clean. The cigarette lighter, I think it's in the glove box. Just using it because it charges our phone. Cruise control. So everything. There's your shifter T-handle. 4-speed automatic overdrive. Works perfect. Let me go around to the other side. Well, while I'm going around to the other side, I'm getting ready to close the hood. I got it running, so I thought, well, let me go ahead and just pass by the engine so you can hear it run. belt squeaking a little bit. Listen to that engine. Absolutely just super quiet. In the morning after it sits overnight, when you first start it, there is a little puff of blue smoke. Valve seals or whatever, you know, get kind of old. So there is just a tiny little puff of blue smoke on cold start, but it really has nothing to do with the condition of the engine itself. Open up the other side here for you. Grab my candy. Again, just absolutely perfect on the seats. And the springs and the foam and everything are nice too. You know, they're not broke down or anything like that. You can see the carpets are absolutely perfect. Door panels, perfect. Not even anywhere around the switches or anything like that. And then here, I want to show you this before I show you the back. So the original floor mats are here. We haven't even cleaned them. That's how they came out of the car. And so like I said, we haven't even cleaned them or anything. They would probably clean up. You know, they show a tiny bit of wear. And then there is your dash cover. There's your back deck cover. Here is the car cover. Here are the floor mats that were on top of the floor mats. And then this is the coolest thing of all. I've never seen seat covers like this before. I don't know where they come from. They've obviously been on the car for, I would say, almost all of its life, because you can see a little bit of wear in the seat cover. But these are like a heavily padded, kind of a, they have a leather, weird synthetic leather feel to them, but really cool seat covers. So obviously we want to take it off and show you what's underneath, which is pristine. There we go. Look at that. Unbelievable. Seat backs are perfect. Carpets. And then again, here's our back deck. And another shot of the headliner. Like I said, there's not even any, you know, like remember we had that 85, you know, Riviera and the American cars. All the American car headliners fail, and even the European stuff, you know. And here we got an Asian car, and look at that. Those guys know how to do headliners, because there is zero defect on this headliner. Well, that is the tour of the car, the outside, inside. Let's do a fun part, and let's go take it for a drive. All right, before we take off, I thought I'd just show you. I just love the graphics and the lighting of these cars from the 80s. So cool. It's just so fun when you're driving down the road, and I don't know, man, it's just so nostalgic and just such a time capsule. I put the cigarette lighter back in, but I thought I would just show you. Getting a little bit dark out here. The time change, or we haven't got time change yet, but definitely getting darker earlier, so might be a little bit hard to see on the video, but we'll show you a little driving on this thing. Here we go. All right, we're buckled in the Cressida here. Actually, you don't have any choice but to be buckled in, but actually I'm glad they did away with that, because here's the deal with these automatic shoulder restraints is what you end up doing is you end up not putting on your lap belt, which is what I'm fishing for right now, and I can't even find it. So, you know, I think it was a good idea to try to get people to buckle up, but in theory, but I think in application, I think there's a reason that it doesn't exist anymore. So we are rolling in the Cressida. This thing is just so smooth. And one thing that's really cool is the seat here, it reclines. The whole bucket like tilts back like that's cool. And then you could just kind of get such a good driving position, laid back. The seats are so comfortable. Absolutely love this car. I've driven this car quite a bit, actually. We've taken it out of town. This car sits at our house. So it's one that basically we personally drive and keep at the house. As you saw from one of my last videos, we have quite a few cars in the driveway. So, but this car, absolutely, there's not any issues at all. It drives straight, the brakes, tires are new. The only little thing I could even just be really picky and point out is when you're under the gas, sometimes you hear a teeny little, like a exhaust heat shield rattle or something like that. But I mean, you can't even, it's hard to, you'd have to almost be in the car to even, with me to even hear it. But let me see here. Yeah, just, you barely hear a little bit of a resonating zzz, and that's it. You know, just kind of a, as it hits a certain frequency, the heat shield will vibrate. Probably could take, probably it's loose on one corner, weld broken loose or something, probably tack it back on. But again, I'm being super picky. This car's 1984. Unbelievable. So here's our sunroof. So look here, well, you can't see it, but sunroof's opening up. Well, you can kind of see the light coming in. Hey, that helps our cause, doesn't it? With the city street lights. So got the sunroof open and just cruising. Let's give her the beans here. Nice torque. I mean, it's no hot rod. I mean, and definitely, you know, nothing remotely fast compared to today's modern cars. But this car will get you where you want to go. And I know a lot of people who have had these cars in the past and have put 300,000-400,000 miles on these cars without fail. You know, I mean, probably one of the biggest killers of this car probably is, you know, I mean, this car is absolutely rust-free, but, you know, rust probably got most of these cars. They didn't die from mechanical failures, most of them, because these motors are just bulletproof. But I'm just cruising down the road, and these are bumpy back streets that we're on right now. And it absolutely is just, it's wonderful. It's so cool. Boy, there's just not, the climate control, the AC will freeze you out in this car. Heater works, like I said, cruise control, wipers, all the windows work, all the mirrors work, the radio, you know, it plays. Little Steve Miller band there. And like I said, I got the bass turned down because some of the few of the speakers vibrate a little bit. But what a fantastic little survivor. So, well, hey, I hope you enjoyed the overview of this car and appreciate you riding along. And thanks, you know, for tuning into the channel. I really appreciate it. If you like what you see, hit the subscribe button, and then, you know, we really appreciate it. We're up to 16,000 subscribers now, so thank you, all of you, for all of that. I really appreciate the support and hope that you enjoy these unique cars that we get in. I hope you enjoy the Car Quest adventures that we've been doing. So now we kind of got two formats to the channel. You know, the car overview is pretty much just about the car, and then the Car Quests are us showing, you know, going out and having adventures with cars and finding them, buying them, meeting the owners when possible, and those sort of things. So appreciate you riding along. Hit that notifications button. That way when we get a car in, you'll get a notification and you'll be one of the first to see the video, because you never know when we might have your next dream car. Have a great day and happy motoring.